Welcome to the Gut 360 podcast. I'm your host, Eli Brecher, a Registered Associate Nutritionist on a mission to empower you to transform the health of your mind, body, and gut. This podcast is the place where we share nutrition tips, mindset tools, and actionable steps to help you thrive on your journey to a healthier gut and a happier you. If you're ready to get into the driver's seat of your own health and unlock your full potential, you're in the right place, and I'm so glad you're here.
Welcome back to the Gut 360 podcast. I'm back with your favorite Monday morning gut health podcast, and today we're discussing not one, but two of my favorite topics, and those are gut health and beauty. So we're going to be chatting about how to eat for beauty from the inside out to nourish your hair, skin, and nails. So if you want to know the secrets to healthy hair, glowing skin, and strong, shiny nails, then keep listening because this episode is for you. It's important to think about how to nourish your skin from the inside out. The skin is actually the body's largest organ, and the skin's condition is often a reflection of what we eat. So you have about 19 million skin cells on your body, and you lose around 40,000 skin cells a day. So that old saying, you are what you eat, actually makes sense because our skin is constantly regenerating using the building blocks that we provide it with from our diet. So often we think about the health of our skin being down to genetics, but really the way your skin ages is around 90% under your control and only about 10% down to genetics. So that means wear your sunscreen every day, manage your stress levels, and make sure you're eating a healthy diet, which is of course the part that we're focusing on today. Now, in terms of hair loss and nail health, nutrients, minerals, and proteins are all essential for the development of strong hair and strong, shiny nails. And hair thinning, brittle nails, these can both be the consequence of poor nutrition. We'll be delving into which specific nutrients to focus on, but essentially you want to make sure that you're consuming a healthy, balanced diet, which includes getting your 5 a day as a minimum to ensure that you're getting that variety of vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants into your diet. As well as those micronutrients, your protein intake and healthy fats, especially omega-3, also play a key role in glowing skin. And when it comes to hair and nail health, one of the major causes of hair loss or thinning hair and nails that break easily or have ridges or marks is nutrient deficiencies. So again, a balanced diet will be key. Personally, I always try to take the approach of what foods can you add into your diet to help to crowd out the less nutritious foods rather than cutting foods out. So the emphasis will very much be on what we can add in, but I did just want to say, and this probably won't come as a surprise to any of you, we should all be reducing the amount of ultra-processed food and excessive refined sugar that we're eating. Excess sugar can be linked with skin wrinkling and premature aging, and we also want to limit too many high glycemic foods. So the glycemic index, or GI, is basically a measurement of how quickly carbohydrate is broken down into glucose or sugar in the body. And the slower the release of glucose into the body, the better it is for your blood sugar levels, as well as your weight management and skin health. High GI foods like white refined carbohydrates, white bread, are associated with acne, so swap these for whole grain brown carbs. So let's dive into the 9 most important nutrients to nourish your skin, hair, and nails, and what foods you can find them in. A quick overview of the specifics that we will be going into. We're going to start with the macronutrients, so protein and healthy fats, especially that omega-3 we mentioned. We'll then touch on the importance of antioxidants, specific vitamins, including vitamin C, vitamin A, B vitamins, especially biotin or B7, and vitamin D. And then finally, we'll move on to minerals, including iron and zinc, and of course, where you can get these in your diet. First up is protein, and our hair is made up of a protein called keratin, which our body produces naturally from protein-rich foods. When it comes to our nails, protein is also one of the building blocks, and our nails are made up of keratin as well. So keratin is made from amino acids that we get from protein. So if your nails start to crack or they become brittle and break a lot, it's likely that you're not eating enough protein. Now let's talk about where you can actually get protein in the diet. I'm sure you know you can get it from beef, chicken, fish, eggs, dairy like yogurt and cheese, but you can also get it from lots of plant-based sources like nuts and seeds, lentils, chickpeas, beans, and my top tip would be to aim for a combination of both plant-based protein sources and animal protein sources in your diet. Now let's talk about omega-3. Omega-3 helps to regulate the oil-producing glands in your skin. It can help to reduce inflammation, and it also provides vital building blocks for the skin cells to keep it healthy and moisturized. It can help to reduce acne and even premature aging. And when it comes to our hair, omega-3 has also been linked to reduced hair loss in some research, although further studies are needed to prove this. Now, oily fish are the most bioavailable, the best absorbed source of omega-3. So oily fish include salmon, mackerel, anchovies, sardines, and herring. You can remember that acronym SMASH, which is what it stands for. And there are some plant-based sources of omega-3 as well, but these are slightly less bioavailable, so they may not be absorbed as much as oily fish. So things like chia seeds, flax seeds, and walnuts. Other healthy fats are definitely beneficial to include as well, even if they don't contain much omega-3. So avocado, all kinds of nuts, seeds, and olive oil. Omega-3 can help with our nails as well. It can give them a shiny appearance and also reduce some inflammation in your nail bed, which nourishes and promotes the health of the cells that give rise to your nail plate. And actually, a lack of omega-3 in the diet can contribute to dry and brittle nails. So make sure you are eating plenty of oily fish, as well as those plant-based sources we talked about. Let's move on to antioxidants. Now, the sun's UV rays lead to harmful free radicals in the body, and that's basically a substance that damages the skin structure. It contributes to wrinkles over time, but antioxidants can help to combat these free radicals, and we find them in colourful fruits and vegetables. So challenge yourself to eat the rainbow every day and play it as colourful as possible. When it comes to our hair as well, antioxidants can also help to protect the hair follicles against damage from those harmful free radicals and can help prevent oxidative stress that may lead to hair loss further down the line. So some examples of antioxidants in the diet, you can go for blueberries, strawberries, raspberries. Goji berries are packed with antioxidants. Also things like pecan nuts, avocado, beetroot, kale, spinach, spices like cinnamon and turmeric, and cacao or dark chocolate as well. These are all packed with antioxidants. Moving on to specific vitamins, let's start with vitamin C. So with the skin, vitamin C plays two important roles here. Firstly, it's an antioxidant, so helping to fight those free radicals we just chatted about. And it also helps to protect the skin against sun damage from UV rays. Vitamin C is required for collagen production in the body as well, and collagen is essential for the skin's elasticity, so helping to keep it firm and supple and ensuring that you're getting an adequate intake of vitamin C can help make sure that your body is efficiently manufacturing all the collagen that you need. When it comes to our hair, vitamin C is an antioxidant again, so that's going to help to increase the blood circulation throughout the entire body, including to the scalp, and that can stimulate hair follicles, and in turn it can support your hair growth. Vitamin C also helps with iron absorption, so pairing vitamin C-rich foods with iron-rich foods is a good idea. So for example, squeezing lemon juice over spinach or having broccoli alongside red meat. And we're going to talk about iron in a little bit, but that role of vitamin C in collagen production is important for hair too, because collagen is a protein that can help to keep the hair strong and prevent it from becoming brittle. And with our nails as well, vitamin C can prevent the skin around your nails from peeling and breaking. So some good dietary sources of vitamin C are strawberries, kiwi, oranges, guava and bell peppers, blackcurrant, broccoli and parsley. So lots of delicious fresh produce to choose from. Moving on to vitamin A. Vitamin A is so important for your skin cell reproduction. And it comes in two forms. We've got beta carotene, which is an antioxidant. You get it in red, yellow, and orange fruits and vegetables. And then we've got retinol, which is found in animal products. And retinol can help to reduce wrinkle formation, also helps with acne. And retinol also has what we call a photoprotective effect. And that means that it prevents the skin from absorbing UV rays. With our hair, vitamin A is also essential for your cells to grow, which in turn helps your hair to grow. And it's used to produce sebum or oil, which keeps your scalp moisturized and keeps your hair healthy. So for beta carotene, you'd be looking out for carrot, sweet potato, pumpkin, and red and yellow peppers. And when you consume that gets converted into vitamin A in the body. Or you can eat foods high in retinol, so oily fish, liver, cheese, and butter. Next, let's talk about B vitamins, especially biotin or vitamin B7. You've probably heard people raving about biotin, trying to sell you biotin supplements. but you can get it from lots of dietary sources. So for your hair, biotin plays a role in the creation of red blood cells, and these carry oxygen and nutrients around the body, including to your scalp and your hair follicles. Biotin also contributes to the production of keratin, which is that key component of your hair. And then with your nails, B vitamins will help to create those red blood cells, again, carrying your oxygen and nutrients to the nail bed. So vitamin B12 especially, folate or B9, and biotin B7. Biotin also helps with healthy cell growth and the metabolism of amino acids to build protein, and that in turn can help to combat brittle nails. So some good dietary sources of biotin are eggs. Make sure you're eating the yolks, not just the egg white. Soybeans, bananas, salmon, sweet potato, and almonds. And now let's move on to my favorite vitamin. Is it just me who has a favorite vitamin? Mine is definitely vitamin D. Hair loss can be a sign of vitamin D deficiency. And when we're low on vitamin C, the skin cells that produce keratin in our hair follicles struggle to promote hair growth. So the sun is definitely the best source of vitamin D because our skin cells actually produce vitamin D when it's exposed to the sun. And that's why the government guidelines suggest a daily vitamin D supplement between October and March in the UK, because we just don't get enough sunlight here to meet our needs. You can get small amounts of vitamin D in the diet from egg yolks, oily fish, so again, that's your salmon, mackerel, sardines, red meat, liver, and some fortified food. But again, you're not going to get enough to meet your needs in the winter, so make sure that you are taking a supplement. Let's move on to talk about iron, which we touched on a little bit earlier, and some studies have shown a link between iron deficiency and hair loss. So keeping your iron levels topped up by consuming plenty of iron-rich foods can help to avoid this. We need iron to produce hemoglobin, which is really important for our blood circulation. It helps to move oxygen into your cells, including the scalp, which of course will support your hair growth. And iron also plays a key role in oxygen transportation to organs and every cell in the body, including your nails. So if you notice that you get vertical ridges on your nails, or if you ever get concave or brittle nails, that could be a sign of iron deficiency. So many women that I see as private clients have low iron levels, and this is especially common in women because women are losing blood every month in their cycle, so they're losing iron. So everyone knows we can get iron in the diet from red meat in moderation, but I also want you to think about other sources, things like spinach and dark leafy greens, lentils, chickpeas, peas and pumpkin seeds, tofu, dark chocolate. These are all delicious, nourishing ways you can get iron into your diet. And just a quick tip, a quick reminder really, pair those iron-rich foods with vitamin C-rich foods to make sure you're optimizing that iron absorption. You're getting the most out of it. The last mineral we're going to talk about before we move on to gut health is zinc. And zinc helps the skin to heal after injuries. It keeps your cell walls stable, and it's important for the skin's oil-producing glands. So it helps to maintain soft and supple skin. And there's a link between low levels of zinc and acne. With your hair as well, hair loss and breakage can occur as a result of a zinc deficiency. So some good dietary sources of zinc are fish, poultry, eggs, also beans and lentils, nuts, seeds, and shellfish. Now, before we move on to talk about gut health, it's important to say that alongside nutrition, the health of our skin and our hair and our nails can be affected by other factors like genetics, our hormones, high stress levels. That's a huge one I see in clinic all the time. Sun exposure, of course, smoking and alcohol intake, and medical conditions and certain medications that you might be taking. But by focusing on our diets, we are able to feed our skin and our hair with the nutrition it needs and do what's within our control. Also, remember there really is no quick fix, and while no food or supplement will be a miracle cure, consistency is so important, and that's what will pay off in the long term. So if you make sure to include these foods in your diet regularly to ensure that you're getting enough of the essential nutrients, that's going to promote the rate of hair and nail growth and give you that glowing skin from the inside out. Okay, so it's finally time to move on to my favorite topic, which is obviously supporting your gut health. Now, healthy glowing skin starts in the gut. It's a fact, and nutrients from the foods we eat are going to be metabolized and absorbed in the gut or the digestive system. So we talk about something called the gut-skin axis, and that's basically the relationship between the gut and the skin. Now, as far as I know, there's no designated term to the gut-hair axis or the gut-nail axis, but who knows, maybe one day research will be done in this area, and we are very much aware that all these areas are affected by our dietary choices. It's really difficult to have healthy glowing skin without a healthy gut microbiome. So here are some of my top tips to help nourish your gut microbiome. And if you need a reminder, the microbiome is that community of the trillions of bacteria that live inside our guts. They play such an essential role in our health. Firstly, we want to be aiming for 30 grams of fiber a day. So you get fiber in fruits and vegetables, nuts and seeds, beans, legumes, so lentils, chickpeas, all of that. And also whole grains, so things like spelt, rye, brown rice, that kind of thing. You also want to be eating the rainbow, so not only is that going to give you fiber, it's also going to give you lots of antioxidants and polyphenols. And by eating the rainbow, I mean making your plate as colourful as possible at every meal. Include polyphenols in your diet, so things like blueberries, green tea, black tea, dark chocolate, at least 80% cocoa. And also consume probiotic-rich foods for the good bacteria, so fermented foods like sauerkraut, kimchi, also live yogurt, plain natural yogurt or Greek yogurt is really good. It gives you that healthy gut bacteria. And to help nurture and support the good gut bacteria, you also want to eat prebiotic foods. These act as food for the probiotic bacteria. So your prebiotics are things like onions, garlic, leeks, green bananas or slightly unripe bananas, and whole grains like oats and lentils as well. That was a lot of information in one episode, so let's whiz through a quick summary of what we've talked about today. Firstly, we know that nutrition affects our hair, skin, and nails. We need to nourish our beauty from the inside out, consume plenty of protein and omega-3, your healthy fats. Eat the rainbow for antioxidants. Remember your vitamins. It's as easy as A, B, C, and D. Those were the 4 vitamins that we focused on today. And also include your minerals, so things like iron and zinc. Of course, you should be looking after your gut health. That goes without saying. This is the Gut 360 podcast after all, and our gut health affects every aspect of our body, including our physical health on the outside. If you're looking for more personalized support, you can get in touch with me via the link below. I work with clients on a one-to-one basis, and I would love to help you to optimize your health. Or if you've got any questions about today's episode, definitely drop me a message on Instagram. My handle's at Eli Brecher Nutrition. Before I finish, if you've ever enjoyed listening or taken away any value from the Gut 360 podcast, I know you hear this day after day, but please take just a second to rate and review this podcast wherever you're listening to it. It really does help my podcast to reach a wider audience, and it helps us fulfill our mission to help more people live healthier, happier lives. I hope you all have a wonderful week ahead. I'll be back in your ears next Monday, so click that follow button so you don't miss it.
Thank you so much for listening to today's episode of the Gut 360 podcast. If you enjoyed this podcast or learned something new, it would mean the world to me if you could leave a 5-star review on Apple, Spotify, or wherever you're listening. And make sure you hit follow for weekly episodes every Monday morning. Do share this podcast with anyone who you think it may benefit. And for your chance to win a free online nutrition consultation with me, just take a screenshot of this episode and share it on your Instagram stories, tagging at Eli Brecher Nutrition so I can repost you. See you back here next Monday.